Greetings. In society, we are depending upon the internet and our technology more and more each day. We are finding new ways to connect our devices to ordinary objects. Today's lesson, we will explore what is called the Internet of Things. I will share my screen with you. The Internet of Things are the things that we use every day through social media, blogging, websites. With this lesson, make sure you get a notebook, paper, pencil, and number your document from 1 to 12. Answer 12 questions from the lesson. Copy your responses to a Google Doc and share to me. At the end of the lesson, go to Student Dashboard on Canvas and complete activities. You have 1 minute to copy 1 through 12. The essential question for today: how can we use technology to make our lives simpler, more productive, and more expansive? By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define and describe key terms related to virtual systems and the Internet of Things. Identify pros and cons of embedding internet connections in everyday objects. Discuss, write, and draw ways that everyday objects might use the internet in the future. You are about to take a trip to Mars to visit NASA's Curiosity rover. As you look around, think about how Curiosity knows what information to collect and how that information gets sent back to Earth.
To have positive confirmation of a safe landing. We're seeing it on the LTP. Very strong on LTP.
Opportunity hit a hole-in-one when she landed. The airbag system rolled into the small crater called Eagle Crater. And when the rover first turned on its cameras, it saw that the rim of the small crater was lined with exposed bedrock.
So we took out our microscope for the first time and we took a picture, and the surface of Mars at that location is littered with an uncountable number of little round things.
That were called blueberries because they looked like blueberries in a muffin. What we discovered was that those are features that form in water, and they were a really definitive sign that there had been liquid water on the surface of Mars sometime in the past.
You know, after we left Eagle Crater, we went to Endurance Crater, and that's the crater we drove down in. And there we did what the geologists call an in-sequence stratigraphic section, which is essentially reading the chapters of the Martian history book in reverse order.
That rover became a stratigrapher. First time you had a stratigrapher on Mars. We knew we wanted to go after Endurance to Victoria.
We put pedal to the metal and we started heading there, tens of kilometers away. We had to literally surf across these dunes of wind-blown material, and the rover got stuck in one of those. We had to get the rover unstuck. What we found is the best way to get it out is just to put it in reverse and gun it. The rover eventually popped out. And so we changed our driving strategy. So we recognized these ripples as hazards. We get to this giant half-mile diameter crater, Victoria Crater, and we want to figure out, gee, how can we go into this thing?
All of a sudden we got high-rise images. We could see the rover in the image.
And that was the very first image that we got from space showing one of our rovers.
We spent a year scouting the edge of that crater to decide where we wanted to go in to get the best stratigraphic section.
We found a place to go in, and we drove down in, and we spent about a year inside Victoria Crater.
What did you learn about curiosity on your visit? How does curiosity know what information to collect, and how does that information get back to Earth? You have 1 minute to make a response. Curiosity communicates using X-band radio waves that connects back to Earth via a system of orbiting satellites. NASA sent it pre-programmed with instructions for what information to collect and gives new instructions using this communication system as Curiosity explores its environment. Like Curiosity's X-band radio wave system, the internet here on Earth enables humans and objects to communicate over huge distances. Most of the time, when we think about the internet, we imagine using computers, laptops, tablets, and phones. But those aren't the only devices that connect to and use the internet. In today's lesson, you will learn about a new concept called the Internet of Things. That is changing the world around us. You will watch, think, discuss, and write about how objects with wireless internet connections could affect your life. Until recently, only computers connected to the internet. Now, more of our everyday objects are being built so that they can connect to the internet. Review the following internet vocabulary terms with your class. Pay close attention. Some words may seem to have similar meanings, or you may have heard them used before to mean the same thing when there are actually important differences. Raise your hand and ask a question if you need clarity as you go along. Network. A network is a system of interconnected people and or things. It can exist in person or over the internet. Your group of friends, the people in your town, and social media contacts are all examples of a network. Internet. The internet is the largest global network of computers. Wi-Fi network. A Wi-Fi network uses wireless radio frequency signals to connect electronic devices in a certain geographic area to the internet. When the internet was first created, computers connected through the physical use of cables and wires, but now Wi-Fi networks are becoming the norm. Virtual. Virtual is an adjective used to describe something that exists over a computer rather than through a physical presence. Video chats are an example of virtual communication. Smart device. Smart devices are objects that are built with the ability to connect wirelessly to the internet. Today, watches, glasses, cars, and more are being built to be smart devices. They both provide humans with information and collect information from humans automatically. Now that you have reviewed the key terms, it's time to watch a video that further explains the concept of the Internet of Things. As you watch, pay attention for advantages of connecting devices to the Internet.
Internet of Things 2020, how it work and its feature. In today's technology, Internet of Things is widely used anywhere in our everyday life. First, what is IoT and how it works? Simply, IoT or Internet of Things is the concept of connecting any device that collect, share and act on information from surrounding to the Internet. It covers wide usage from our home to office applications. This includes smartphones, lamps, wearable devices, home appliances, cars, and almost anything else that are connected to Internet and communicate with a common language. These objects with various sizes and shapes have built-in sensor that receive information from the environment and connects to an Internet of Things platform. This IoT platform integrates and analyzes data, then it shares the needed statistics for a specific application. Let's take an example. A smart home system. Sensors may be attached to home appliances, such as air conditioning, security cameras, lights, smart TV, and other environmental devices at home. And so, it embeds computer intelligence into home devices to provide ways in measuring home conditions and monitor home appliances functionality. These devices can be monitored and controlled over the Internet and considers to be called IoT application. IoT in the future. There are already more connected things than people in the world. More devices are expected to be part of this IoT industry in coming years. Study shows that around 38 billion IoT units are connected in 2020, 258% higher from 2015, and this will likely reach 50 billion by 2021. Out of that 38 billion devices, more than half will be consumer products like smart TVs and smart speakers. According to Gartner, the most used enterprise IoT devices will be smart electric meters and commercial security cameras. The world is awakening to the potential of IoT and is embracing it at a tremendous speed. Tech giants are investing massive capital in developing IoT, while some of the best minds across the world are focused on pushing the limits of this ecosystem. The use cases of IoT focus on delivering cost savings from fuel, energy and labor, and they more often than not have a significant financial impact and shorter payback.
Think back about what you learned in the video. What are some benefits of connecting everyday devices to the Internet? You have 1 minute to respond. Our world is changing fast. Today, only a small number of our daily objects connect to the Internet. In the future, more things will connect, but likely not all objects. This is because some objects could be improved if they were connected with the Internet, while other objects can be used well on their own. Technological change comes with both pros and cons. Have you ever heard older adults say that things used to last longer, like cars and refrigerators? Have you heard anyone wish that the world still relied on older technology? Have you seen any technology from your own life come into style and then fall out of use? On the next slide, let's take notice of early technology.
Kids react to technology. This episode of computers.
Today, you are reacting to this.
What is this? What is that? A computer?
Oh, it's an old computer.
It looks cool. I like pressing buttons.
It's huge. It's very huge.
If you don't have a desk, where do you put this? It is very hipster.
Question time.
So it is an old computer.
Yes.
From the late 1970s or early 80s. What do you think of it just from looking at it?
Kind of like those old televisions that are like very boxy.
Go ahead, turn it on.
Nothing's happening.
So you turn the monitor on. Where else might an on switch be?
Oh, wait. Hello? How do I do this?
It's in the back.
Oh, I see where it is.
Why does it have to make so much noise?
And there's nothing on the screen.
Doesn't look anything like what we have now.
Apps, games, websites, everything. But this thing right here has nothing.
Go ahead and try to do something on the computer.
Nothing's happening.
How do I do this?
You can't do anything or even type until you hit a reset button that's on the computer that's...
Reset!
It's very tedious.
It's like pre-flight checks, kind of.
That is too many steps.
How do you do anything?
Maybe you pressed shift. Okay, that didn't do anything. Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse?
Everything is just done with the keyboard.
What?
Okay,
No,
now...
no.
Okay.
I'm gonna write my name. Wait, it doesn't matter.
Are there any programs on it?
You had to type into the keyboard to get it to do anything.
So if I type in games, it returns. Error!
Ah, error.
This computer isn't an error.
How do you go on the internet?
You,
What?
Pretty sure Timothy Berners-Lee didn't create it yet.
There was no internet back then.
What? How do you look up homework?
You gotta go to the library.
Who wants to do that?
So computers back then could only do limited things. For example, you can do math, type documents, and code, but that's about it.
Are you serious? That's mind-blowing.
then it was the peak of technology. Now it seems kind of worthless.
Well, it's kind of good because it was kind of the first technology, but the computers today are kind of better.
Let's do some math. Go ahead, type in a math problem.
2 plus 2. Return. I don't see anything.
When you just type numbers out, the computer doesn't know what you want it to do. It just sees the numbers. You need to give it a command to let it know, hey, I'm about to give you numbers.
Answer the math problem. That doesn't make any sense.
You have to give some sort of command and then type in what you want it to do?
This would be the hardest thing in the world.
So what you need to do is you have to type the word print first.
Oh.
Math has nothing to do with print.
I don't get how you have to put print and nothing prints out. So just print.
Oh, wait.
Return. Oh! It did it! I feel so proud of myself! Finally! Took 1,000 years. I don't get it. And I also don't get the 1970s.
Person that was using this a long time ago must have a lot of codes right next to them.
I don't want to do this anymore.
So besides the computer, there is something else next to it.
These things.
Do you have any idea what those things are?
Oh, it's a paper pencil. Power source.
External disk drives.
They're actually used for this.
A CD. It's a CD case.
A floppy disk.
Oh, floppy disk. It was like a flash drive.
They actually call that a floppy disk.
Oh yeah, just floppy.
That big computer has no hard drive on it.
That's horrible.
And why is it so big?
So floppy disks were used to store data. Floppy disks could also come with programs on them. So the one you're holding has a version of DOS.
Dots?
Do you know what DOS is?
No.
No. No? I think it could be somebody's last name.
Do you want to play a game on the computer?
Yeah. Yes!
Could you grab the floppy disk, please?
Go ahead, put it in.
How do I put this in?
Oh, is the lid shut?
Right, turn it around. No, other way. No, turn it around.
It doesn't like suck it in?
Shut it.
This isn't working.
Do I have to press something?
Print.
Try it.
Disk. Return. It said 0.
I don't like this computer. Really don't.
If the computer was already on and you put in the disk, you gotta turn the computer off and turn it back on.
Oh my gosh! You guys are crazy. Yes! It worked.
Okay, let me help you. No.
Yes. I don't like it. It works at least.
No.
I think the game
broke. Messed up.
Do I have to pay for it? Too much pixelation.
Game over.
It's green, which makes it look ugly.
At least it's better than Flappy Bird.
So every computer, even today, has something called a processor inside of it. And depending on how good your processor is how powerful the machine is. You would need at least 850 of those computers to equal the single power of this one small phone.
What? How can they do that?
Technology is awesome.
Look at how humanity has used their intellect. Pretty awesome.
Truth! So finally, would you want one of these today?
Sorta. It's pretty cool.
No, it can do really nothing.
I have better things, so why would I want this?
3 decades ago, I would love to have this, but now this is just a footstool.
No.
You wouldn't use it?
How many old devices and technology can you name? What type of phone or computer did your parents have when they were your age? You have 1 minute to respond. What was technology like 20 years ago? Future Technology 2050. What can you connect to your smartphone? What will future cell phones look like in the workplace? How will people use transportation for work in the future? What does it feel like to learn about new technology and gadgets? How should we approach incorporating new devices into our daily lives? What will our future look like in the workplace? What careers will be needed to create these new technologies? You have 2 minutes to answer. Go to the student dashboard and complete the Internet of Things activities. Have an amazing day. Take care. Bye-bye.